the gas station again, here with a nice camera today. I like this one a lot. It's the Nikon N90s. It is a film SLR camera from Nikon. It was their top of the line, I guess, consumer camera, their prosumer camera at the time, about $1,000. Wasn't a cheap camera, is now. You can get one of these very inexpensively, and it's definitely a worthwhile camera to get. Definitely good stuff. You're gonna get a lot out of this. You're not gonna be sorry, I don't think, with one of these. Related, closely to the F100 and cameras like that, you do lose some things. If you were gonna get an F100, you do lose some stuff like mirror lockup and stuff like that. But I think overall, just good everyday shooter. This is a great camera. I'm gonna go through some of the features on it for you and give you a little tour around the camera. If I get something wrong or you think something should be added, please, by all means, add that to the comments below and help out your fellow photographers. So anyway, here we go. All right, SLR, single lens reflex camera. On the top of the camera, you have here your power switch, off and on. You have your exposure compensation button, so you can adjust that here, and this goes up to, wow, 5 stops. So yeah, so that's gives you a lot of latitude for your exposure compensation, which is really nice. There's a single focus point on this camera, or a single focus sensor on it. It's not like 42 cross types or anything like that. It's one, but it's one really good one, which is nice. And you can adjust either a spot or a let me see, I can't see here. Oh, a wide focus area or a spot focus area. So it gives you some latitude. So if you want to do the spot focusing, get in some more detail, doing a portrait, focus on the eye type stuff. The wider is going to give you sort of like focus on the face type thing, which is fine. Really nice, gives you the control over that. On this control wheel, adjust all your settings. You do have options of program mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, or full manual mode, which is nice. And the mode button is right here, and so you would press your mode button and you would make your adjustments from program to manual to aperture to shutter and then back to program. You have your metering button here, so you can go, let me see, we have center weighted, matrix, and spot. So you have the matrix metering on this camera is phenomenal. Yeah, really great metering. You're not going to have any issues with bad metering with this camera. It's really good. You have your flash modes here for rear sync and slow sync and all that stuff, so you can change all your flash settings with this button here. Drive mode goes from continuous high, continuous low, and then to single shot, and this is it's pretty quick. So that's single shot. Drive mode, continuous low. I'd say that's about every second or so, I don't know, or every half second, I don't know, I'm not timing it. And then continuous high, which is about 4 frames a second. So you can get you can burn off a lot of film quickly that way if you have a lot of money. It's got a self-timer button right here, so you can set the self-timer, and you can do a manual rewind by pressing these 2 buttons here, this little red one, and on the ISO button also, you press those, it'll rewind. If you ever get stuck on one of these cameras, it's really nice to give you a green dot mode. So you press both green dot buttons here, press them both at the same time, hold them, and everything will reset, and you're going to go back to standard mode and reset everything back to where you need. Let me see, what else should we go through here? On the back there's an auto exposure lock, so once you lock in your exposure, just flip that and it's going to stay there, just locked. You don't have to hold anything, you don't have to press and hold anything at all, just slip it there and it just locks and then unlocks. It's nice and easy to use. It's not like a tough button, it just slides very nicely. Works with all the Nikon flashes of the time, and does great flash exposure with it. On the bottom here you have your tripod mount, and then you have, let's see if I can get that, your batteries go right in here. Probably better off with a coin on this, but yeah, here, so you get your 4 alkaline batteries, and they work You can get, out of regular alkaline batteries, you get about 50 rolls, which is pretty good. And so if you run out, just run into your local drugstore or, you know, whatever. Just get some double A's and you are ready to go. You know, you can get a lot of rolls out of that. So going into the camera, well, on the back actually there's this window here which shows you that you have the film in the camera, which is just absolutely fantastic. I wish all cameras had that. A lot of them don't, but just shows you what you have in there. So you know, you don't have to remember it, and you know if you're loaded with film or not. To open the back, you squeeze these two buttons towards each other here, and the back pops open. Auto loading, you just put your film in here, drag it across so the tip goes to where the red dot is, and then just close it up and the camera will load up. You can tell there's no film in there, so it's not loading it. But also on the back, there's the viewfinder. There is no diopter adjustment with a little wheel or anything like that, so that's not going to happen. But if you want to get diopter lenses that are corrected for eyeglass wearers and stuff like that, you can get those, and those are interchangeable. It has the viewfinder curtain that goes up and blocks out any erroneous light if you're shooting on a tripod or something like that. What else? There's a pretty generous viewfinder inside. It's not 100%. I think it's like 90-something%, but you still get a nice bright view inside the camera, and yeah, and it gives you all your relative information, flash information, and you know where your focus points are and stuff like that, and really very nice. Auto rewind, I guess, when you get to the end of the roll and stuff like that. So very good, solid camera, nice, fast focusing, and you know, it's you know, I recommend getting yourself like the lens that I have on here, which is the Nifty 50, a 50mm 1.8 lens. You know, those can be had very inexpensively. Usually, you know, generally you see these cameras for sale, they're going to have some kind of a lens on it. But no matter what system you buy, I would recommend getting a 50mm, you know, or 35mm or something like that. A single lens prime. Just go out there, shoot, work on your composition and all that stuff, and I think you're going to find great results out of this camera. It has focus shooting modes of single focus, continuous focus, and manual focus. Manual focus, you can just go ahead and focus to your heart's content. Single, it's just going to lock on to one, and that's it. And then continuous will try and track your subject. The continuous, you know, on a camera of this age, I don't think it's going to be hugely spectacular, but I'm not much of a continuous shooter, so well, I mean, as far as focusing is concerned, I shoot a lot though. But any bad jokes, they don't get any better, folks, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, a couple strap lugs, throw on your strap, you know, go out, grab this camera, you know, and just, you know, get out there and shoot with it. You're gonna get those shots with this camera. It's fast, easy to use. You know, you can be creative with it, you know, setting your shutter speeds and your aperture and everything you would need. But and you're getting, like, you know, for what the time, you know, at the time was a top of the line camera. You know, as far as the consumer market is concerned, like I said, definitely on my A list of cameras to get. I really like the N90s. If you do see these cameras, you're going to see on the back, almost every single one I've seen has worn away on the back. There's like a rubberized coating that they put on there, and it wasn't done very well, and so you're going to see like bright spots shining through. It's going to make the camera look crappier than it is, but it's still going to be fine. All of mine is pretty much worn away at this point. So, but definitely a good camera to pick up and shoot and have fun with. You know, you don't really need any more than this. This is really just a great camera. So anyway, that's about it. Any questions or concerns or whatever, any mistakes that I made, please let me know. Keep up the discussion in the comments. I think that's productive, and people are getting a lot of great information out of that. You know, again, get out there, get some film, go shoot it, enjoy it. Doesn't matter what film you use, guys. The faster the lens you have, you know, you don't need as fast a film. So if you're shooting a 1.8, you know, lens, you get more light gathering ability from the lens. The slower, you know, the slower film you need. So, you know, or if you're just worried about it, just get rolls of 400 and get out there and shoot. So anyway, that's it. Brian, the gas station. Keep it up, guys, and please like and subscribe, and I will bring more of these videos to you. Once again, Brian, the gas station, and get out there and shoot. Bye.